I notice that I go through periods in life where I feel more confident and then I feel less confident. And I notice there are some things that I can do to feel more confident. And I want to share those things with you. So here are 7 different tips to regain your confidence. The first one, and I think the most important one, is that I think it's so important to keep your own promises. And I mean by this that a lot of times we have all these plans or all these things that we want to do, and we made this promise to work out more or to eat healthier or to spend more time with friends or to go to bed earlier. And then we don't do it. And then we break the promise that we made to ourselves. But it is kind of a weird thing, I sometimes realize, is that when I notice that I, for example, made a deal with a friend that I was going to work out, that I think it's really important to show up, to don't cancel on the last moment. But I think it's easier to cancel plans that I made for myself. And I think that is a weird thing, because why would I think it's way easier to cancel on myself than to cancel on someone else? Now I try to see it in that way, that I made a promise to myself to go work out, to do something that I wanted to do, and that if I cancel, then I'm just, I don't know, flaking out on myself, and I don't want to do that. So make sure the most trustworthiest person is going to be you. Number 2 is an important one also to regain some of that confidence, and that is to cut people out of your life that don't add anything. I think when you're really honest with yourself and you really, maybe even when I said the sentence like you have to cut people out of your life, someone came up in your mind that you're like, okay, I actually want to, cut that person out of my life, or that you notice that some people in your life are just costing you a lot of energy, a lot of negative energy, then it is time to reconsider those people and what they bring to your life, and if it costs you a lot of energy, or do they give you a lot of energy, and are people only with you because they can gain something from you, or are they with you because they have to add something to your life? I think doing that will give you confidence, because you made a decision in who you want to have in your life and who is someone that is just not worth your time. I think at least it gave me confidence when I sometimes made the decision that some people are not for me and that I wasted a lot of time on them. And I learned also a lot of that, of course, in what I want and what I don't want in life. But I noticed that sometimes it's really time to let people go and to cut them off to regain your confidence. If you want to regain some of your confidence, it is a good thing to act like you are confident. But it can make a big difference when you stand tall and when your shoulders are pushed a little bit back, and when you look someone in the eye, and when you give someone a firm handshake. And also, for example, in conversations with a group of people, that you try to give your opinion. So don't put yourself on the sideline, but really, put yourself out there. And I know this is scary, but by doing this, by portraying the behavior of confident people, I think we can feel also way more confident when we do this ourselves and when we practice with this kind of behavior. Even when we don't feel really confident, we just kind of have to fake it until we make it. I noticed that when I try to do this, that I actually feel more confident when I walk into a room or when I meet someone new. So you can even try it when you're standing somewhere and you're not feeling your best, or you're not feeling really confident. It's just to, like I said before, keep your head up a little bit, your back straight, your shoulders pushed back a little bit, and look into the room. Don't look to your phone or your hands or stuff like that, but act like you are confident, and the feeling will follow. And again, it is something that you have to practice with, but it is a good start to regain some of that confidence. And number 4 is dress the part. And I noticed this really makes a difference in how confident I feel. And I noticed this when I just had a new haircut, or when I am wearing something new. And maybe it sounds a bit shallow, but I don't think it is. I don't think it's shallow. I do think that we can feel more confident if we feel good about the way we look. I don't think it is looking a certain way. I think it's feeling a certain way. And I notice a change in how I'm feeling, and I notice a change in how confident I feel when I just took the time to take care of myself. So when I did my hair, when I chose an outfit I feel comfortable in, so not an outfit that I think someone else would like, but something that I like and that I feel good in, I feel comfortable in. I notice a shift in my confidence. So it is something that can add to you regaining some of the confidence. You took some time to take care of yourself. And number 5 is to really enjoy your time alone. I noticed that in the beginning, when I first started living by myself and on my own, that I found it a bit difficult to be by myself and to really enjoy my time alone. And I had this feeling that when I was home alone at a Friday night, it was kind of lame and that I should be doing something and I should be out somewhere partying with a group of friends, or at least spending time by myself alone was kind of a negative thing for me in my head, and I avoided that. I think it's a really cool thing if you really can enjoy your time by yourself, and that you don't really need someone all the time to be enjoying yourself. This doesn't mean that we don't need people anymore. We still need people, and we still need friendships, and we need to spend time with other people. But I do think it's a good thing to really learn to enjoy your time alone, and that it can give you confidence if you just go out into town and have a cup of coffee by yourself. And it sounds so simple, I know, but I was kind of scared of this by just going to a cafe by myself and ordering a coffee on, not a coffee to go, but just me sitting on a terrace and enjoying my cup of coffee. There was just something that I didn't do, and I found it really scary, and I was always thinking, what would other people think of me? And then I realized a lot of people, they don't care, or they don't notice you, or even if they do care, then what? But I'm sure that 99% of the people out there really don't care if you sit there by yourself drinking a cup of coffee. So that gave me the confidence of, okay, just do it. And again, it sounds maybe so tiny or so silly, but for me, drinking a cup of coffee on a terrace by myself really gave me confidence. And it really gave me the feeling, okay, if I can do this, then I can do other stuff by myself as well. And then I slowly started to learn that I really enjoyed the time alone. And I really think learning this can make you regain confidence. Number 6 is learning a new skill that you enjoy. And learning a skill not to impress other people, because other people don't have anything to do with that, but learning a new skill because you really enjoy this. For me, I noticed that when I learn something new, that it gives me a good feeling about myself, because I noticed that I can learn all these cool new things, and it makes me excited about the idea what other new cool things that I can learn. So I noticed that, for example, it gave me a lot of confidence when I ran the half marathon, because in the beginning when I started running, that was something that I just couldn't imagine that I would run half a marathon. 5 kilometers was a crazy distance for me already back then. So when I did that, when I ran the half marathon, that, I don't know, it just felt kind of crazy that I did that. And it gave me confidence, and it made me think also, what are some other things that I can do that beforehand I thought I couldn't do? The cool thing is about learning new things and accomplishing certain goals, that it can kind of spill over to other certain areas of your life. That's why I think it is a nice thing to learn new skills. It doesn't have to be really difficult or really complicated, but just something that you enjoy. That's an important thing. It's for you, it's not for someone else, it's not to impress someone else. It's something that makes you feel good. Okay, and number 7 is the last tip, and this is that if you want to regain your confidence, it is an important thing to take yourself seriously. Don't put yourself on the sideline, but if you have certain goals in life and you have certain plans and you want to do things, then do them. And that sounds so simple, I know it, but it is something that I'm working on also for myself. That I have all these plans and all these goals, but sometimes I make excuses, or a lot of the times I make excuses. That I think it's too difficult for me, or I don't have the resources, or I don't have the money, or I don't have the skills, or I don't have the time, or I don't have blah blah blah. I make all of these excuses for myself why it's not possible for me to do something. And I actually realized that when I do that, I don't take myself seriously. I put myself on the sideline and I don't even try. And I think that is really a shame if you don't even try, if you put yourself on the sideline before you even give yourself the chance of figuring something out. And I think we're capable of doing so much cool stuff and doing so many cool and amazing things that it would be a shame if you didn't even try and you didn't even took yourself seriously. So start really small. If you want to be healthier, start with drinking 2 glasses of water in the morning. If you want to work out more, take the bike instead of taking the subway everywhere. It's not about drastic changes and it's not about starting on Monday, but it is about adding small and tiny habits to your life that will definitely make a change and that will definitely shape the trajectory of your life. So it's time to take yourself seriously. So these were some of the tips that are important if you want to regain confidence. And remember, confidence is a process and it's something that's not going to change just all of a sudden. It is something that is always developing. And sometimes you're just a little bit low in confidence and other days you have a lot of confidence, and that's also completely normal. But there are some things that you can do to regain some of that confidence. Okay, this was it for today and I hope I'll see you again next time.